everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am the channeling goddess. Today we will be doing a pick a card reading all about your money messages. So we're just going to shuffle some cards, whatever comes out about money messages that you need to hear right now. Maybe, you know, any blockages that you may have, how money is coming to you, when you can expect it. So we'll be doing a reading about that. Now before me I have two piles. Pile number 1, which is the Venus Love card number 4. Pile number 2, which is Jupiter Abundance card number 7. So just take a minute to tap into the energy of these cards. Like I always tell you, take 3 mindful deep breaths. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 3, and then exhale for 5 to 6 seconds. Okay, make sure that you take some time to tap into the energy of either one of these cards or both of these cards. Maybe both of them call to you, and then we will go ahead and dive right into your reading. So we will get started with pile number 1. So pile number 1, your card was Venus Love. It is card number 4. Now when I first saw this card, the first thing that came out to me was your love life. So your love life may have something to do with your with money that is coming into your life. It could also be not just outside love, so like the love of a partner. It could be the love of a child. It could be the love of yourself, right? It could be the love of a mother. Something about love is going to play a huge part into your finances, right? So I am going to do like I've been doing lately, which is take a couple of minutes, tap into the energies that are around me. I do have some clarifier cards, and then we'll also shuffle some of these cards to see if we can get any additional messages. Please be mindful that there will be some extended pauses in these readings. You may also hear me humming. That is just my way of tapping into the energies. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. I would also say if you have any questions, I don't know why this came to me, but if you have any questions in your mind, maybe hold on to those questions while I tap into this energy, and maybe someone from the other side may actually give you a specific answer to whatever question that you may have. And I just saw 222 on my recording device, so maybe that is that is here for someone. Those numbers mean something to someone. Okay, so I will go ahead and dive in. I just heard the word namaste. I don't know if maybe you say that to someone or someone from the other side has said that to you. Okay, weird. I just heard the song, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. I don't know if that's, maybe you're playing that song or you were playing that song, but I just heard that in my head. Okay. Someone here, you either watched the movie The Prince of Egypt, or maybe you like listening to some of the songs from that particular movie, because I just got the song Deliver Us in my head. Ooh, okay. So some of you may be working with Papa Legba and Orisha. He is the Orisha of opening crossroads. Well, he's the Orisha of crossroad, but he also opens the roads. He's a road opener. Because I just saw an image of an offering at a crossroad. You may be at the crossroads of your life. Maybe you're trying to figure out if you should go left, right, forward, or maybe some of you may even be thinking about going backwards. Spirit is saying this will all be made clear to you in 4 days. The path is being made. The way is being made. It will not be shut. Okay, someone here has a pet parrot. Don't know who that is, but I just saw it. Tap into your energy, into your intuition. Maybe some of you have been thinking about doing that. Maybe you've been wondering how to get started. Spirit is saying it could be something as simple as prayer. If you're uncomfortable with the word prayer, then just have a conversation. Maybe get into a room where it's a bit silent, and just have an open conversation, right? Just sit there and just speak out loud. I know it may sound weird or crazy, but maybe that might be the best thing for you. Okay, that's all the messages I have from that. We will shuffle these cards. I'm gonna put this right here so you can still see it, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Okay. Okay. We have the Thinking Woman. Door to personal healing and happiness. Bottom deck energy is journey. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So Thinking Woman. For me, this card definitely speaks about being in your own energy, tapping into that which has always been around you. Also, I've been drawn to this butterfly. There's a transformation happening in your life in regards to your money. Maybe you are in college. Maybe you're thinking about going to college. Maybe college is almost over for you. Maybe you're in a space of learning, and Spirit is saying this thing that you're undertaking is really going to be beneficial to you and your studies as well. Sorry, that hair is, yeah, okay. This studying that you've been doing is actually going to be beneficial to your money, right? It's actually going to open doors for you to maybe make more money. Maybe some of you have been thinking about going back to school. Spirit is saying that this is a sign, right? If you are trying to increase the wealth in your life, if you're trying to increase the wealth in your family's life, if you're trying to bring in long-term wealth for yourself and your family, Spirit is saying that going back to school could be the thing for you. Maybe you've been thinking about taking classes. Maybe you've been wondering whether or not you should go, and Spirit is saying definitely go. Also, a lot of times when this card comes up, you could be a masculine energy who is looking for love to come into your life, because right here we talked about this card for love, Venus card, love. The Thinking Woman also sometimes talks about a woman coming into your life. Now, this could be someone who could be a friend. This could be a love interest. This could be an ascended master, right? It could be someone that's coming into your life to guide you into a better space of learning how to tap into the magic that is all around you, which in turn help you tap into the money that is meant for you. Because I'm a firm believer that there is money out there for all of us, right? I know there are billions of people on the planet, but I firmly believe there's enough money to go around. Okay. Second card, door to personal healing and happiness. So there's another card specifically in this deck right here that this reminds me of, is the Happy Family card. It's actually card number 4, which is odd because this card is number 4. So, that just came to me. So maybe you are in a place where you're wondering about if you're going to be able to step into this place of happiness, this door to healing, right? And I will say that part of the way you tap into this abundance that is around you, not just the mindset, but the actual physical abundance that's around you, is going to have to do with healing. Now, it may be in regards to your love life, right? Maybe you're healing your love life. Maybe you're stepping more into understanding, trigger warning, maybe you've had some trauma, some sexual trauma, and part of that is learning to truly love who you are as an individual, love yourself beyond what the bounds of society say you should. And I would say that there is an abundance that is waiting for you on the other side of this healing. Now, I would also say that there is how do I say this? There is abundance coming even in the midst of your healing. I think sometimes Spirit understands that it is hard to have that kind of blind faith, especially if you've already had faith before and it didn't turn out the way you thought it would. So Spirit is saying that if you take one step, you know, I'll take 30, right? And that, for me, that means that I'll show you that the hard work that you're doing is actually going to pay off. So there may be some things that happen in the midst of your healing that shows you there's a true door to happiness, and Spirit is saying step into that happiness. Okay, now your bottom deck energy, which is journey, really talks about, for me, that this door to abundance is going to be not an easy journey for you. It's not going to be something you're just going to wake up and do overnight, which kind of coincides with this card right here, the door to personal healing and happiness. You have to choose to walk through that door, but getting to that door, right, getting there is going to be a journey, right? You have to be open to the things around you. You have to be open to not just the abundance, the physical abundance of just wealth, and money. You need to also be open to the journey to get to where you need to be, right? Because this is a journey, right? There is definitely some trauma in this group. I can feel it. And you need to tap into that. Don't sit in it, but I would definitely say tap into it, acknowledge it, figure out where it came from, so that you can keep moving toward this door of personal healing and happiness, right? I think that this is going to be great for you. This also reminds me of a reading I just recently did about for the single. So maybe you've come from that reading, and this may actually be confirmation for you. That Spirit is saying that there is a love that is within you that is really going to blossom, and it is going to help you tap into that abundance that's coming for you. Okay, so I'm going to pull a few tarot cards to see what we get. See if we can get any additional messages about maybe a timeline on when this is coming to you. Okay. Oh, that was quick. First card is Two of Swords. Okay, let's see if we get something else. Okay, I'm going to show you this card. I came out with 3 others, but I want to show you this. There's victory in this. So this path that you're going on, this journey that you're going on, Spirit is saying there's victory in this journey, right? There is something to be said about this journey that you're going on. Also, when I just looked at this Two of Swords card, I just heard 2 months. So maybe someone is coming in your life in 2 months that maybe actually will help you on this journey. Okay, and then you have the Justice card. Let's see if we can get another one for you. Yeah, this is really going to be a journey. Also, I would say if you are one of those people who, maybe somebody in this pile, you know, someone owes you money, Spirit is saying that is going to be paid to you. That justice is going to be coming to you. Maybe you've given it away, you know, without maybe you gave it away to someone who you didn't think you were going to get it back from. Spirit is saying that it is coming back to you. And then the card that came out is the Chariot, which to me is just confirmation, right? That is coming towards you rather quickly. I think, and then it's weird, but I said 2 months looking at this card, and I didn't even realize that this card actually is the number 2. The Journey card is the number 2. But your bottom deck energy is the Fool, right? So I'm going to leave this here just so you can see it. But I really do believe that this money, this abundance that you're looking for is actually coming to you sooner than you think. Like I said, I heard the word 2 months, so I don't know if this person is coming into your life in 2 months. I don't know if this maybe you're getting out of school in 2 months. Maybe you are going to be in a different space in 2 months, in a different place in 2 months. But there is something that's happening for you in 2 months, and I was just randomly shuffling, and then the 9 of Cups came out, right? So there is a wish fulfillment here in your abundance. So there's definitely money coming to you, but it is not going to be it's not going to be a situation where you just wake up and you win the lottery, right? A lot of this is going to be about understanding yourself. It's almost like blind trust, right? For me, whenever I see the Two of Swords, I always think of blind trust, going into a situation where you don't really know everything. But I do feel like going through this journey is going to be the best thing for you to get into that place where you feel like you have the money that you need. And there also, and this is not for everybody, but this is for some people out there, you may find or discover that you and maybe you keep saying, well, if I just had this amount of money, I could do this, and if I just had this much, this much money, I could do that. And Spirit is saying that during this journey, you might discover that it is not the money itself that you need. Maybe what you need to focus on is the feeling that that money will give you. So whether that's, I want to be in a place of security, right? So maybe you're saying, I need enough money to pay all my bills. Maybe the truth is, you want to make sure that you are living a life of peace. You want to live a life of freedom and not have to worry about your bills. And maybe spirit will give you a chance to learn how to live in freedom, even when bills are piling up, right? Living in that freedom, living in that space, and then that money will come in for you. Okay. So that is all I have for you, pile number 1. I really hope this message resonated with you. Please feel free to like, share, and comment on this video. And also please hit the like button. And I will see you next time in my next video. Bye. Let's get all of these moved. Alrighty. Next we have pile number 2. You had Jupiter Abundance. Now, I think this would probably definitely be the deck that I would pull, just because we are talking about money that's coming into your life. So there is an abundance of this that is coming for you. For some reason, this face here reminds me of the Aries. The Aries card in this particular deck. So you may be an Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placement. So that may be confirmation for you. Your Sagittarius, not Sagittarius, your Jupiter may be prominent in your chart. So have a look at your natal chart and see where that is for you. But I would definitely say overall, this is actually a good sign. 7 may be your lucky number. You have maybe recently seen 777 or 47, which is random, but maybe you've just recently seen that number. So I am going to tap into the energy of the spirits around me, into the collective energy to see what else I can get. There will be some extended pauses in this reading, so just bear with me. You may also hear me humming, but it's just my way of tapping into the spirits that are around me, okay? Also, if you have a question in your mind, please hold on to it. Maybe a message will come through in regards to that, and you can get confirmation that this is your reading, okay? So let's get started. Okay, I just heard Oshun, so maybe you've been doing some research about the Orisha Oshun. Maybe you already work with this Orisha, so just want to give that out. I just saw, I think it's Brown Skin Girl by Beyonce, the actual video. There's a part where she's like laying in the grass with this yellow dress on and this yellow, I think it's like a hat she has on. So maybe you just got through watching that. Maybe it's one of your favorite songs. Let's see. I just saw a movie theater. So maybe you want to go and watch movies. Maybe you love movies. Okay. Tessica Vision, which is a YouTube channel. I think she calls it the Glitch Community. Maybe you're a big fan of there. Maybe you've had one of your stories read on that channel. Spirit is almost like validating your experience. Whatever experience you've had, Spirit is definitely validating that experience, saying that it was real. Okay, I just heard there is a part of you that needs to be open to the abundance. Okay, I just saw a lot of pipes. So like piping, like water piping, and Spirit is saying, there are several different ways for you to receive this abundance, but you're looking for it in one specific place, or you're looking for it to come down one specific avenue. And Spirit is saying that there are several different avenues this abundance can come to you. So you need to be open and you need to be patient. You really need to be patient with yourself about this abundance. There is something about loosening up your grip. Spirit is saying the reason why this abundance has not come to you is because there is like you have like a vice grip on the way you think it's supposed to come. And Spirit is saying, I need you to be open to this coming in more than one direction. So example, let's say you're saying to yourself, I want $1 million. And you've been saying, well, I'm going to win the lottery and that's how I'm going to get $1 million. Spirit is saying somebody could walk up to you and give you $1 million, right? Somebody could leave you an inheritance of $1 million, maybe an uncle or auntie you've never met before, right? Spirit is saying there's so many different avenues this $1 million can come to you, but because you're looking for it from one direction, it's like got a chokehold in sense on how this will come to you. So Spirit is saying, loosen up your grip, okay? Okay, I guess this is another analogy. Spirit is saying, remove the veil from your eyes. So maybe you have been blinded by what you, the way this abundance can come to you. And Spirit is saying, remove the veil from your eyes and you will see that there are more than, weirdly enough, trigger warning, there's more than one way to skin a cat. That's something we say in the South. Let's see what else we got. Okay, Jupiter is your planet. Abundance is all around you. Okay, Spirit is saying to take a moment, go outside, breathe in the deep air, take deep breaths outside. And Spirit is saying when you're doing that, visualize yourself breathing abundance into your life. Breathe it into your nostrils. Feel it flow all over your skin. Feel it flow all the way through your veins. Spirit is saying that's another way for you to be more open to the abundance that is around you. Maybe you can start with something as simple as like standing outside, preferably with no shoes on. It'll help you get grounded. But Spirit is saying, I want to show you abundance in different areas, right? And it could be something as simple as the breath that you breathe, right? So Spirit is saying, do that. Take out some time, go outside, stand in the grass, and just take several deep breaths, right? If you can't stand in the grass, it's okay. Maybe you just have a balcony. Spirit is saying, stand on that balcony and take some deep breaths, right? And when you're breathing in, make sure you breathe in and you see yourself breathing in abundance. When you exhale, make sure that you exhale any limiting beliefs that you may have about money, that you may have about abundance of love in your life. Spirit is saying release that when you exhale, okay? Okay, that's all the messages I have from just a card. So I am going to shuffle some of the cards and we'll see what we get, okay? Okay, we have feel emotions, courage, bottom deck energy, true self. Okay, let's see what we got here. Feel emotions. So it says, understand emotions, inner guidance, and validate self. Okay, so this but this to me is confirmation about the standing outside and taking those deep breaths. Maybe you need to feel the emotion of abundance. Maybe, oddly enough, maybe you don't, I don't want to say you don't know, but maybe you haven't really had the pleasure of feeling what abundance feels like, and Spirit wants you to start with something small. I think a lot of times we take things for granted and we don't realize that, just the air we breathe, right? The ability to wake up every day and not need a machine to take in air into our lungs. Spirit is saying start with something small. The abundance of air around you, right? No one can cut it off. No one can stop it, right? It is all around you, right? And at any time you can stand outside and take deep breaths. Spirit is saying feel the emotions of abundance. Sit in the emotions of abundance. Maybe close your eyes. Let's say if your thing is, I want $500,000 in the bank, right? Spirit is saying, feel those emotions of what that would feel like. Sit in it, right? Just sit there and just think of the blessings and things that you could do if you had $500,000, right? Feel those emotions, sit in it. And the more you sit in it, the more it will come to you. Maybe take 5 minutes every day and just take a minute and sit in the presence and the feeling and the emotions of abundance. Okay. Your second card is courage. It says inner strength, action, trust self, types of bravery. Okay. Now, maybe you tapping into the emotion of abundance is not going to be the easiest thing for you. It is going to take courage. Maybe you've tried to tap into abundance before and you've done the manifestation, right? You've done the, maybe you have been in a place where you tried things to help you manifest and it hasn't worked. Spirit is saying it is going to take courage for you to try this again, but it is worth it. It is worth it to step into this space. It is worth it to step into this place of acknowledging the courage within yourself, feeling like when you feel those emotions of abundance, I know it is going to take courage, but Spirit is saying tap into that, right? Open your hands up to the universe when you're stepping into this space of actually feeling the emotions of abundance, and it is just going to be the best thing for you, right? And Spirit is not saying that it is not going to take courage to do this, but it is worth it. Okay. Modern deck energy, true self. So it says connect to soul, heal inner guidance, purity energy. Okay. So I think that for me, this particular card, whenever it comes out, I always think of cleansing. So maybe you need to cleanse your house. Maybe you need to cleanse yourself. Maybe you need to take a spiritual bath. I think we're currently, I think it's the second or third day of the new moon. So maybe it'd be a good time to do a cleansing bath for yourself, but actually make sure you do that to tap into the abundance that's all around you. You can even use water, like I talked about stepping in the grass. You can even use water as a place of acknowledging abundance that is in your life. Okay, so really be true to yourself, be true to the things that you want, and the abundance that you're asking for from the universe. Make sure that you're being truthful about why you want this. And I think for a lot of us, sometimes when we tap into, we say, okay, I want this. We're not really truthful about why we want it. I think a lot of times it has been said that, oh, when you're tapping into this and you want this kind of abundance, it needs to always be for a good reason. I think personally, this is just my personal opinion, I think that a lot of times we get the things that we want by being truthful, right? If you want $500,000 so you can flex on the people who talked about you, be honest about that, right? Not saying that you're necessarily getting it, but be honest about it, because you may actually tap into something else. You may heal something that you didn't realize was even broken within yourself while you're trying to tap into this manifestation, right? It could open the doors for other things. So I would definitely say be truthful. This abundance is all around you, right? Spirit is saying you already have abundance in your space and all around you. Spirit is saying just tap into it, right? Open your eyes and open the pipes, right? The lines of abundance that can come to you. Don't, limit yourself to saying, oh, it can only come this one way. It can come several different ways, right? Spirit is saying open your eyes and your mind to the opportunity and the opportunities that could be around you, but also the different ways that abundance can come to you. Okay, so let me get you a couple more cards, clarifiers for pile number 2. Also, pile number 2, if you just asked a question, the answer is yes. I just heard that randomly from Spirit. So if you just asked a question, the answer is yes. Okay, so that was too many cards that came out. Going. Okay. Card called came out. Okay. Your life is a canvas. I love these cards. They have such pretty imagery on them. Okay, this card came out before. It must be meant to be seen. So 2 came out. I'm going to show you this one. It says, you're not for everyone. and jump in. Bottom deck energy is forge, don't follow. So I'm going to sit that right up there. Okay. All right, let's dive into your messages, right? So first card is called. It says soul gifts and training. It's time to step up, right? So you may be called into going into a different direction so that abundance can be opened up for you. We talked about this with the different channels that are around you, the different ways that abundance can come to you. Spirit is saying you're being called to step outside of the norm. Really, it kind of goes with this card. You're not for everyone. Spirit is saying that you're being called to step outside the norm. So just an example, let's say you have a tarot channel and you've been watching all these tarot readers and you're like, oh my God, I like the way they do it and I like the way they do it. And I need, like, if I start a tarot channel, I need it to sound like this and I need it to be like this. Spirit is saying that you are different. You're being called to do something completely different than what maybe the norm is you've seen. Maybe you are a musician or maybe you're a writer and you have been comparing yourself to every other book that you've read. Spirit is saying you are not for everyone, right? There are only certain people that are going to gravitate to you and your message or whatever it is that you're putting out into the world. I would also say there's probably a lot of creatives. Maybe you deal a lot in creation in this particular power. Spirit is saying you're being called to go into the unknown. You're being called to step up into something new, right? It's not going to be something that you see on a regular basis. It is going to be something completely different than what you're used to. Okay. And then the other card is your life is a canvas. So it says artist, manifestation, creative, accountability. Wow. So you're definitely a creative, right? The people in this pile, you are definitely creatives. Maybe you are into music. Maybe you are into tarot reading. You could be into Reiki. It could literally be a slew of anything. Creativity is all around. If you could be a hairdresser, right? To me, I think that there is creativity in that. Spirit is saying that, okay, this is a specific message. If you came to this reading trying to figure out, like, okay, am I on the right path, or what is the path for me? Spirit is saying you get to make the path for you. So I personally believe there are people who come into this life, they are on a specific path. There are certain things that they have to do. Then there are some people who come into this life where there is a, how do I put this? There is a destination that they have to get to, but they can get to it in several different ways. Spirit is saying you are one of those individuals, right? Whatever you decide to do, that is going to be how you get to the other side, right? But what is the saying? Why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? Spirit is saying no matter how you cross the road, if you cross the road in zigzags, if you cross the road skipping, if you cross the road speed walking, if you cross the road in a chariot, it does not matter. Your life is a canvas, so you can paint it how you want. So whatever it is that you want to do, whatever creative endeavor that you want to go down, Spirit is saying do this, right? Step into this because you can't fail, right? You get to paint your own picture. There's no way to fail when you're painting your own picture. Okay. You're not for everyone, right? It says embrace your weirdness, face your true north. So I would also say, look into your natal chart, find out what your north node is. Maybe that will help you in finding your true north, but embrace your weirdness. Like I said earlier, you're being called to step into a path that is maybe not traditional. Maybe you're going to do something. Maybe, you know what, you could be one of those people who start trends, whether it be on TikTok or YouTube. It doesn't matter. Spirit is saying that we are behind you, right? The only thing we're requiring is that you tap into this weirdness that you have. We want you to tap into this thing that you know, because you'll know if this resonates for you or not. You know that you're not like everyone. You know you've been watching people do it and you've been saying to yourself, if it was me, I would do it this way. Spirit is saying if you want to do it, right? Embrace that thing about you that is not for everyone, because that's okay. You're not for everyone, and that's not a bad thing. Okay. And then this card right here, which is so beautiful to me, it says jump in, right? Let's see, Andromedian, I think that's how you say that. Energy, adventure, say yes to change. I this is crazy. These cards from this deck just seems to really be talking about tapping into something that is different. Also, this looks like an eye to me, and that to me, I also would say protect yourself, because there are certain people who are not going to like what you do, right? And who gives a crap about how they feel about you. But Spirit is saying jump into this like full feet ahead, like full speed ahead, right? Jump into this with both feet. Even here, you can see feet right here. Spirit is saying jump into this with no fear, right? There is no fear to be had, because when you jump, Spirit has you, right? You can't fail. That's what's so beautiful about this energy. You cannot fail in this, right? This is how you get your abundance. Your abundance is so heavily tied into you tapping into the weirdness, tapping into the abnormalities about yourself, tapping into the things that not everybody thinks is conventional. And I think that this is so beautiful. I think a lot of times in society, we are told to stick to the status quo, and Spirit is saying do anything but stick to the status quo, right? Be bold, be brave, be willing to do things that you've never seen before. You've never seen them before, but you keep saying to yourself, oh my God, it would be so cool if so and so did this. Or so Spirit is saying, okay, that's great, but you do it. Spirit is saying jump into this like full, like with your whole body. Jump into this with your whole body, because Spirit has you. You can't fail. You cannot fail. There's abundance all around you. Spirit is saying you cannot fail. Jump into this, okay? And your last card was forge, don't follow. Pay the new path, be a leader you wish you had. I'm done. I am done. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. This card literally speaks for itself. And I really hope you take this energy and I hope you run with it, because Spirit is behind you 110%, right? 1000%. Spirit is behind you. Your angels are behind you. The ancestors are behind you. Like, tap into this energy that is already within you, because I'm telling you, whatever this is, it is like filling me up with so much happiness and so much joy. And Spirit is saying that when you tap into this and you start moving in this path and in this way, there is no way you can't win. It's not possible. It is not possible for you not to win. Just even the thought of it, right? I think for a lot of you in this pile, you're going to start on this path, right? And things are just going to start falling into place. It is going to be almost scary. And I'm telling you, don't let it scare you, right? This is Spirit. It's almost like Spirit wants you to know, like, okay, so look at it this way. Let's say you're on the other side of a door, right? And you are terrified to walk through this other side, right? I'm literally seeing the move on card from the cosmic deck. But you're terrified to walk on to the other side, right? Because you don't know what you're going to deal with. You don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know what's going to be seen or heard or said. And you're going to walk into this door, right? And I don't even mean like fully walk into this door. Maybe you just put a toe in this door. Because Spirit has been waiting for you on the other side, there are things that's just going to start happening, and it is going to feel so weird. It's going to feel like it's coming out of nowhere, and it's not. Spirit has been building you up to this. And it's almost like maybe you're the type of person who overthinks, and Spirit doesn't want you to overthink. So you're going to step into this particular path. You're going to go down this path, and like weirdly enough, it's like every step you take, you're going to see things fall into place. Every time you make another move, Spirit is going to, other things are going to fall into place. Things are going to happen that you did not expect for them to happen. But Spirit is saying, I've been waiting for you. Like, literally, it's like, it reminds me of the imagery that I always think about when the idea of like going to heaven, what I used to believe it was, right? Where you step into heaven and then all your family and friends that have gone before you, like, oh my God, we've been waiting for you. We're so happy to see you, right? That's what this reminds me of. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, the spirit animals that are all around you. They've been waiting for you to tap into whatever this is. And you will know if this is you because you've been thinking about it, but maybe you've been afraid to tap into it because you're like, oh my God, this is weird. Like, nobody else will do this. People are going to think I'm crazy. Spirit is saying, let them think you are crazy because you are not for everybody. There are people that's going to see this within you and say to themselves, this is what I've been looking for. Oh my God, somebody else get it. And because of that, there is so much abundance, not just material wealth. There is a level of abundance that is wrapped around this thing within you that you are going to tap into. And I really hope you do tap into it. It is going to bring you so much abundance. You're almost going to live the life of a guru where you don't have to worry about whether or not your bills are going to be paid. It is just, it's almost going to be like the universe is going to spoil you, right? You will be spoiled by the universe. So I urge you to step into this path. I urge you to not try and be normal. I urge you to be something that is extraordinary, that is outside of anything that you've seen before, right? Don't follow. This card right here says, don't follow, forge your own path. Forge it, right? Pave a new path. And I just want to tell you that I am so proud of you. Sorry if I'm getting a little loud. I'm very passionate about this because that's how it feels to me. It's almost like spirit wants me to make sure that you understand that there is no way you can fail at this. It's zero. Like, I do mean literally zero. There's no way for you to fail at this because this is the path that you choose. This is the canvas. You are painting on your own canvas. And spirit is saying, because you are doing this, because you are stepping into that part that is quote unquote you may see as weird, spirit is saying that's where your abundance is at. Your abundance is in the weird. Your abundance is in feeling that emotion. That even this card, right? It talked about your true self, right? Your abundance is in your true self. So step into this. I promise you it will be the best thing that you have ever done for yourself. Okay? So thank you so much for coming to this reading, pile number 2, and letting me read your energy. I hope that you will leave a comment, maybe even a like. If you feel like sharing or subscribing to the video, please do so. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye.